This is the story about the day that the analytics on my YouTube channel completely flatlined. Yes, flatlined. So here's the story. On December 11th, 2021, I accidentally did something to my YouTube channel that I thought cost me a ton of progress. I accidentally activated the YouTube official artist channel. I'll talk about that in a second. Now I want to share my story for any other people that may have gone through the situation. Hopefully I can help. If I help one person out there, then I've done my duty and paid it forward. So I was playing with some features in my DistroKid account. If you're not familiar with DistroKid, they're a music distribution service. So if you're an artist and you're publishing music, they help get all of your music to all the different streaming services. Now, this video is not sponsored by DistroKid, but they're integral to this story. Now, I have to say right off the top, it was me that screwed up. I messed up. I did something that I shouldn't. At least I wasn't clear on what I was doing. DistroKid actually was integral in helping me get through this situation. So while browsing through my DistroKid account, I came across this page. Now, if you look at it, it's clearly branded with YouTube. It talks about the official artist channel. It shows the requirements, and it shows a link to get more information about the OAC. Now, problem number one, I had never heard of an official artist channel. And problem number two, I didn't read everything clearly. Now, as you know, in this day and age, there are many applications that utilize social login. So for example, you can use your Facebook login to sign up for another service. It just speeds up the process. So you don't have to type in all of your information. You give Facebook permission or the app permission to access Facebook information, some basic info. It gets you into the new application. You're good to go. So when I hit this channel, like I said, I was looking at a lot of other different features. I actually thought that this is what I was doing. I thought there was some link between DistroKid and my YouTube channel. I was publishing content about music. I was publishing a little bit of music. So I thought maybe there'd be some advantages from linking the two. I have full trust in DistroKid. I've done a number of videos that were sponsored by them. Really, really great company, and I love their service. So I had full trust in them. So I thought, all right, let's give it a shot.
And that is when my hell started.
So immediately after I completed the sign-up process, this was the email that I received from YouTube, and I realized at that moment that I had done something wrong.
Hello, Lonely Rocker. We've received a request to upgrade your channel to an official artist channel from your music distribution partner. We're reviewing it and we'll get back to you soon.
So I decided to research the OAC at this point and learned that this is an enhancement to a standard YouTube channel that provides additional features specific to musical artists. Now, I have a YouTube channel that produces content about music production, about the gear and software, tips and things like that that go into making of music. And I occasionally publish one of my songs, but most of my music is contained within my videos, and I don't publish music. So I realized right away this was not something for me. Now, in the email, it said if you or your label didn't make this request, then I should contact my distribution partner. In this case, that would be DistroKid. And the fact that it's referencing a label just reinforced that I had done the wrong thing. So at this point, I start panicking. I go to my DistroKid account. Maybe there's a feature there where I can cancel this request. I was looking all over the place. There was nothing there. I went into my YouTube account to see if there was anything there, and there was nowhere, nothing, no switch, no nothing to cancel this request. I mean, the email suggested that there was an approval process, that it might take a day or two. So I figured, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll contact DistroKid in the morning, because by now it's about midnight, close to 1 in the morning, so no one's going to be available. So, but as I go into my YouTube account, this is what I saw. The analytics for the last 28 days of my account completely disappeared. It was at 0. My channel had 0 views. Now, for you YouTubers out there, you know what I'm talking about. This standard analytic report, I call it the heartbeat monitor for the YouTube channel. Now, there's a lot of deeper analytics that we do follow to help grow our channels, but it's sort of that standard, especially that 48-hour window that gives you an average. It tends to spike when you drop a new video. It sort of settles into what I call the resting place, sort of in between, but it's like a heartbeat monitor. You know that things are humming along. Well, suddenly this had completely flatlined. Then I saw all of these additional features that weren't in my account before, and it was clear that the OAC had kicked in. At this point, I was panicking. My analytics had disappeared. All kinds of things had changed inside my account. So it was at this point I started a chat inside my YouTube account, and I told them what happened. They acknowledged that the analytics had disappeared, but suggested that the analytics should repopulate within 7 days when the OAC officially kicks in. That was the first of many shoulds that I received along this journey. On top of that, they told me that I could revert my channel back, but it was unclear the damage that my channel would incur in that process and the possibility of losing some subscribers. But again, it wasn't clear. But they did ask me for my email and said they would look into this further and they would contact me directly. So I thought I had a direct contact now at YouTube. Well, at least I thought I did. It's now about 1 a.m. in the morning and I'm panicking, so I decided to send an email to DistroKid. Actually, that turned into 2 emails. I wasn't expecting a response at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I wanted to summarize all of the things that happened and to see what we could do perhaps through DistroKid. So here's a snippet of the email that I sent to DistroKid.
So I've been spending time with DistroKid this weekend and trying out a bunch of stuff I hadn't yet. I did the YouTube Connect thing, thinking I was connecting it for content purposes, but it says it's upgrading my YouTube account to an artist channel. My account is video focused and I only features releases from me occasionally. Did I make a mistake by doing this? I don't see a way to undo this. I don't want to create any confusion with my channels. I've been working my ass off on this thing. Please advise.
I received a response quite promptly the next day from my contact, and he connected me to the tech lead on his team. Now, I'm going to say the response that I got from this guy, I understand why he wrote it like he did. Now, he didn't want anything to happen to my channel, and I'm sure DistroKid didn't want to get into a situation where, someone they knew or someone associated with their platform incurred damages to their YouTube channel. So they were very, very cautious with what they said to me, and here's a snippet of that email.
I think you should hold off and not unlink your artist channel. There have been cases where subscribers get wiped out when trying to undo the OAC process. It is not a guarantee that this will happen, but it sounds like it's just not worth the risk in your case.
Now, my main concern was any algorithmic disadvantages from keeping the OAC, right? Because I am trying to grow my channel. It's one thing to preserve the subscribers that I have, but my goal is to grow my channel. Now, if this one new section of my YouTube channel, the music portion, is limping, is that going to be a weight on my channel preventing me from growing to my full potential? So I had a back and forth with the tech lead at DistroKid. I have to say he was extremely communicative, and we had a number of emails that went back and forth over the next few days.
Yes, there is a possibility that the main channel could end up with less subscribers than before the OAC was merged.
So at this point, I'm getting a lot of woulds and coulds. I'm just not getting a lot of definitive answers, and it's not really helping me make a decision. So by this point, I'm sure you're getting into my headspace a little bit. I'm not trying to be a nervous ninny here, but I'm panicking a little bit. I've spent 3 years on this channel. I'm trying to grow it, and I'm at a point now where my channel might start limping. I could lose a bunch of subscribers if I revert. I'm not really sure what to do.
Unfortunately, deactivating the OAC does come with the potential risk of losing subscribers. More specifically, any subscribers that were on your topic channel and were added to your owned and operated YouTube channel after the merger would be at risk to be lost. It appears there is no way to avoid this loss of subscribers for the time being. It is a limitation of the YouTube system itself.
The topic channel is this automatic YouTube channel that's created when you stream music to YouTube Music. You have no control over it. You can't comment or anything like that, but subscribers can subscribe to it. So if they're following an artist and they want to hear the music, that's one of the features of the OAC is it takes these topic channels and merges it into your main channel. Now, I only had released one song at that point and it didn't have any subscribers. So I figured, okay, there's going to be no losses there. But my main concern is the main subscriber number that I have with my main channel.
It sounds like any subscribers you'd lose after unmerging would be the subscribers that were on the topic channel, and any new subscribers that you gained after the channels were merged. The subscribers you had on your main channel prior to the merging should remain unaffected.
This exchange went on for about 4 days, and it was clear that DistroKid was doing everything they could to help me, but we were getting a lot of coulds and shoulds from YouTube, so they were just relaying this information. So I had to make my decision based on what I had, and I decided at that point just to take a chance because, if I'm going to lose subscribers, but if I have the potential of not growing fast enough, it's sort of like I kind of lose on both sides. So I decided just to rip off the Band-Aid, and I gave DistroKid the green light to proceed to contact YouTube and revert my channel on my behalf. So at this point, while a little bit nervous, I did hold out hope that everything would be fine with the main subscriber number in my channel. I was monitoring things over the next couple days, and there's a natural ebb and flow with YouTube anyways. I did start to notice a few things starting to go down, but that wasn't necessarily as a result of this merger. But I didn't know. But I figured if we can get this done quickly, if there were any losses, it would be minimal, especially if you have those potential losses between the time of the merger and the time that you reverted. So let's get this done quick. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So Christmas came and went, and nothing had changed on my channel. We got through the holidays into the new year, nothing had changed. So January 3rd, the first official workday back, was actually the day before for many people. I sent a follow-up to the tech lead at DistroKid. He actually responded the very next day and said that he would reach out to YouTube, which he did, and then he followed up to tell me that they acknowledge that it's still in process. Now, I didn't want to be a pain in the ass at this point, so I thanked him for following up, and I just left it there. And it was about 9 days from that point where I got another email from the tech lead at DistroKid. This was nothing really new. They just wanted to make sure I was okay with it, so I said, let's go. So on January 16th, I woke up, and as I often do, I picked up my phone and looked at my analytics. If you're a YouTuber, you know it's an occupational hazard. And the first thing I noticed in the mobile app, there was this tab before. It was like artist channel something or other. And I noticed that it was gone. So I looked at my analytics, and my that heartbeat monitor, as I call it, the standard views over 48 hours, looked reasonably normal. I looked at my subscriber count. Looked like it was normal. So I went running down here to my studio here. I've got my desktop computer over there, and I logged into my YouTube account, and everything seemed to be okay. I was cautious, but I let out a sigh of relief. And then the first thing I did was wrote a thank you letter to DistroKid. And publicly here in this video, I want to say thank you so much to DistroKid. They really held my hand through this process. They were calm and professional all the way through. I clearly was panicking and nervous, but you know what? They maintained their professionalism all the way through this, and I want to genuinely thank them from the bottom of my heart. But I definitely can tell you, after everything I've gone through, I mean, we have done some work together. They have sponsored a number of my videos. They've been a supporter of my channel. They're a great company to work with, and this whole experience just proves to me how solid they are, and I have no hesitation to recommend them, especially if you're a musical artist looking to distribute your music out to all the streaming services. There's a link in the description. Definitely check them out. Actually, you'll get a discount if you use that link, and a big thank you from me, because DistroKid definitely deserves it. So my takeaway from all of this, and the thing that I really wanted to share with you for those who are interested in such things, is that, you know, if you're building a YouTube channel or really any social media account, be very, very careful. We don't own our accounts. We have the right to use these accounts, and they can be taken away from us in a moment's notice. You know, people have been building YouTube channels for years, and if you're in a music space, especially if you're featuring other music, you can get strikes and things like that. And 3 strikes, you're out. It's not like a website where you can keep an archive of your website. If it goes down, you still own the domain. People can find you. But if something happens to your YouTube channel, Google is such a big company, there's no guarantees that that's going to get fixed. Now, I feel so thankful that, you know, my relationship with DistroKid was what it was. They were super helpful, but it could have gone the other way if I had done something like this with another company that I didn't know, or perhaps their customer service wasn't even as close to what DistroKid offered. I could have been left in the dark, and that was really sort of the sick feeling that I had through all of this, is that I had lost control. I mean, I make all my own videos, but they're broadcast through YouTube, and that's where all the viewers are, and you're nothing without your viewers, and that's the game of YouTube. So the big takeaway from this, if you're on social media, specifically on YouTube, be very careful when applying third-party applications. Make sure you know what you're doing and who you're working with, because if something goes wrong, you may find yourself losing control, and if you've been working hard, that's the last thing I'd want to see happen to you. If you've experienced something similar, you find yourself in this situation, and you have something to share, or if you have any questions at all, that's what the comment section is for. If you did like this video, please like, subscribe, ring the bell. In the description, I have affiliate links. I'm on Patreon, different ways to engage with me and support this channel, and I really appreciate that. But bottom line, I hope I'm going to see you again in another video.